What's up, Las Vegas fans? I'm Jamie.
I'm Ashley.
And this is another episode of Vegas Valuations. And today we're talking about a restaurant that we have spent quite a bit of time in Las Vegas when we go down there.
I don't think we've missed a time we ever went there.
Yeah, you're probably right. I think every time I've gone to Vegas, I've gone to this restaurant. Is it out of this world? Not really. Is it super high class? Not at all. Is it affordable? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it offer discounts through MyVegas if you happen to be one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Do they have something called big beers? Yes, they do. On today's
You're
edition,
not allowed them anymore.
I'm allowed as many as I want. On today's edition of Vegas Valuations, we are talking about Tom's Watch Bar. If you're new to the channel, here is how it goes. We break down our Vegas experiences, whether it's at restaurants, experiences themselves, hotels, attractions, shows. We talk about one isolated event, one isolated experience. We give it a Vegas valuation out of 10. And today we're talking about a restaurant, as we've already alluded to. So to get to that out of 10 valuation, we've got subcategories in the restaurant category. They are food out of 10, service out of 10, vibes out of 10, and then we'll break down today's price, sorta. Restaurants, very tough to give you today's price, right? A lot of them don't have their menu lists posted online. Now, we've never, and nor will we, give you a valuation for something we've never done or experienced ourselves. That is a guarantee. But it's really tough for us to give today's price if we don't know what you're ordering, or if we don't know if you like to drink, or if we don't know how hungry you are. All we can do is offer our experience compared to other restaurants in Vegas and give you kind of a, is it affordable, is it not? Here's what you can probably expect to pay based on what we get.
Right.
Did I nail it?
Yep.
Are you yawning?
Nope.
It's 8:36. We got, come on, speed. We got Vegas. Come on. Let's get into it. Tom's Urban, Tom's Watch Bar, Tom's Backyard. This place has been called so many things in the short time. Like, we've only been going to under a decade now.
It's called Tom's.
Call it Tom's. And where is it located?
In New York, New York.
In New York, New York. If you missed our Vegas valuation on New York, New York, as a hotel, as a resort, we gave it a, I won't spoil it, you can go watch it. But it is a very high score, very, very high score. And maybe that's why we like Tom so much, because we like New York, New York.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, we don't actually have a location subcategory in restaurants, but if we did, I think it'd be a 10.
Yep.
But let's kick it off with the food. It's good.
Yeah.
Out of 10, what would you give the food at Tom's Watch Bar?
Probably an 8.5.
Okay, so what do you typically get? You've actually spread across the menu quite a bit at Tom's. Like, I have found something that I really enjoy. I'll share it with you in a second. I get it pretty much every time we go, but it seems like you are always mixing and matching and finding different things to eat. And that's good for me because she can't finish it and I get the leftovers. Your overall impressions of the food in general?
There's dishes I really like. Pickle brined crispy chicken.
Yeah, real good.
It is very good. The nachos, which are good, huge, but good.
The overall quality of the food, by the way, I always get the Tom's Famous Prime Rib. You know it's good because it's got the star next to it. It's fantastic. It's really, really good pub American style food across the board in general, right?
Now that we talk about it more, I think I would give it a 9.
The food?
Yeah.
Okay, it's important for you to keep in mind here that when we say a 9, we're not comparing this to, let's say,
Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah, Hell's Kitchen, or even if you want to go even fancier, list of these incredible restaurants that are available in Las Vegas. We're not comparing the food to that. We're comparing the food to what the budget is and what the price we pay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right? So if we're paying, let's say, and sometimes you'll see it on Vegas websites, you'll have the dollar signs, and actually it's MGM that does that. If you go on MGM's website and you go for their restaurants, they'll actually break down the price point with the dollar signs as a reflection. They start at 1, they'll go all the way up to 5. We're not giving this a 9 and comparing it to a restaurant with a dollar sign value of 5. Obviously, you're going to get some amazing food at some amazing restaurants, but I think it's safe to say that if we were to give it the dollar valuation,
this is a great bar pub.
Totally. It's like 2.5, 3 in terms of Vegas prices. And with that in mind, I think a 9 is very, very fair.
Yes.
Always consistent. That's why we keep going back.
Yeah.
We had it one time, really good. We tried it again, also really good. Every time we've been there, it's been really good. And there's been restaurants that we've gone to where sometimes that consistency is lacking.
Yes.
And that's one thing I always keep in mind when it comes to restaurant valuations, because, again, to each their own, but I think 9 is a great score for what this is. It's a great bar, pub, American-style food, and very fast. I don't disagree at all with a 9. Okay, so up next in terms of our evaluations in restaurants, it would be the service. I don't think I've got one bad thing to say about service there.
No, I don't think we've ever had bad service. I mean, they've been busy sometimes, and it's been a bit of a wait at times, but nothing crazy.
That's one. I don't know if I've ever looked at my watch there.
Yeah.
And we've all been there. You look at your watch and go, really?
Yeah. Where's my other drink?
What's going on?
Or,
What?
Yeah. How come you haven't refilled my water? Or
we always get reservations. Maybe there's been 1 or 2 times where we've walked in.
Yeah.
But we're reservations people. We try to plan it out because I don't like when I'm hungry, I want to eat. I don't want to sit around for 40 minutes going, well, we can get you in 45 minutes, right?
And we've showed up early sometimes, and they usually get us.
Totally.
So, I don't know. Service, I would also give it probably a 9.
I think I should probably reference here, you probably don't need reservations. We're just precautious that way. But yeah, out of 10, I think you're right, a 9.
Yeah.
It's been great. We've had a whole host of different wait staff, always polite, always fast, always efficient.
The consistency.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. I would give it a 9 out of 10. I actually really enjoy it. The vibes.
What's up, Las Vegas fans? Just a quick update, and I'm too lazy to go downstairs where we would typically record. I'm also too lazy to go get Ashley. So it's just me. Well, actually, she's sitting on the sofa beside me, but I don't think she's camera ready. She's not. You're going to hear us in this episode reference Marktember. Marktember was on September 3rd? 2nd?
I'm not in this. I don't know.
It was in September, early September. We had recorded this episode prior to our going to Vegas. And I had every intention of posting it before we left for Vegas. Unfortunately, life is gonna life. Never got around to it. But you're gonna see in this video some footage, some photos from Marktember, which was at Tom's Watch Bar. It seems silly for us not to include it in this episode, seeing as we had such a great time at Marktember. Big happy birthday to Mark, of course, pennies for Vegas. And shout out to everybody we met. We're going to do an actual Vegas recap episode, one focused on what we got up to and some of the cool people we met. But for today's episode, I just wanted to be transparent that you're seeing some things. There's a fly right there. It's in the shot. Guess shot the fly. Where was I? You're going to see some things that we're talking about as if they're yet to come, but they've already taken place. In essence, this is a time machine.
I like the vibes there.
Yeah, to me, this is an easy 9.
The last time we were there, I mean, given it was during playoff season, it was freaking loud in there, and we had a hard time talking with the couples we were with. But, I mean, we were in a sports bar.
Yeah, and they had brought in a DJ. and we were right
nice.
next to the DJ. So they would have the hockey game going, and then they'd go to commercial, and he would talk over the beats like, "That's right, folks, your Knights are up for 2-1," and then they'd go back into the hockey game. That was odd.
Yeah.
But I don't hold that against Tom's.
It's a sports bar.
Yeah. DJs and sports don't really tend to blend together. I didn't actually like that. But that's not their fault.
No.
I'm not going to hold that against them. The vibes, like I said, to me, an easy 9. You know what you're getting. I don't feel at all out of place. There are some times where we go to restaurants, you walk in and be like, I feel underdressed.
Yeah.
I feel overdressed. I feel like I'm not going to get the value for my money here.
Yeah.
Great vibes. 9's an easy one to me.
Yeah.
Let's get into the price. Again, I can show you the menu, but not going to do you any good. They don't have it listed in terms of, and I'm not going to do the deep dive because what the heck is the point of going through the entire menu and listing off all of the prices? Here's what I can tell you as it pertains to Tom's and the price. It's fair. You're probably going to pay about $70.
Yeah.
$70 for
Depending
two.
how many drinks you have and stuff, but around $70 for food and a drink.
Yeah. Which, for Vegas, I think is very fair pricing.
And the portions are
very big.
Very big.
Yeah. Again, there's not many restaurants I've walked out of in Vegas going, I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
Quick pro tip, if you play MyVegas, the slot game, they actually have, at least in Canada, sometimes it seems to differ. I was looking for a Tom's discount through MyVegas in the States while we were there. I didn't see one. So at least in Canada, I'll roll it here. They have the buy one, get one Tom-sized beers.
Yeah,
and
they're huge.
These things will knock you out. It's a lot of beer. I've made the mistake of trying to get through 2 before a hockey game.
Keep your credit cards close.
Yeah, I've lost credit cards as a result. They overserved me. But still, it's a great deal. Because you're paying for the one big beer, and then it's like, oh, here's another one. I do feel slightly judged. Because there was that one waitress, she's like, these are both for you?
There's been a couple of times we go, and they're like, those are both for you.
These are both for you? Yes! Stop judging me. One of the reasons why I wanted to do Tom's is because we're going to be there. We're going to Vegas in like a week and a half from time of recording.
Yes.
And we're going to meet up with Petties for Vegas. He's having Marktember. We've never been before. We've never met Pennies, but we've gotten to know each other a little bit through social media. Actually, he's kind of one of the reasons why we started doing this, kind of our inspiration. He does such a great job talking about Vegas, and it looks like fun. So that's where he's holding this event. He's holding Marktember, which is in celebration of his birthday, at Tom's. So I think we should have a challenge to see who can drink the most big beers, Tom-sized beers. I can do at least 2, maybe 3 if I'm willing to throw up midway through.
I don't drink beer, so I'm not going in this challenge. And you can find your own way back to the hotel.
Okay, that's fine. We're staying at MGM Grand.
And Aria.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what?
Both resorts.
But just wait. Before, just listen. Don't get upset. Calm down. Before we get too far off the rails, what is your overall Vegas valuation of Tom's Watch? But
9.
Okay, 9. 9 it is, based on the price, the vibes, the food, the service. It's great for what it is, a sports bar on the Strip.
At New York, New York.
At New York, New York. Okay, what were you saying?
I was saying we are staying at MGM Grand and Aria, both resorts we have never stayed at. So I'm very excited to check both of these out while we're in Vegas.
And then we're going back in October, and we're going to check out one that was just recently added to the MGM family. Very excited about that. All the more reason to continue to follow us. If you've never stayed at Aria, if you've never stayed at MGM Grand, or if you've never stayed at Excalibur or Luxor, we've got videos on those out already. We have a video, as I've alluded to and hinted, New York, New York. We've yet to do our Bellagio video. We will maybe at one point. And then the rare times that we deviate from the MGM family has been Flamingo. And I've got nothing else to say about it, as
just check out the video.
As demonstrated in our video. So again, make sure you follow along. Lots of adventures coming up over the next little bit on this very channel when it comes to breaking down attractions, experiences, shows, and what have you. Out of 10. 9?
9.
For Tom's Watch Bar.